The most effective cage is the one built by the prisoner himself, stone by stone, until he mistakes the narrowness of the walls for the breadth of the horizon. You walk through the world believing you are free because no iron binds your wrists and no warden counts your steps. Yet you are tethered to 1,000 invisible masters, each one holding a leash of your own making. Every time you look into the eyes of another person to see if you are worthy, you hand them a key to your internal sanctuary. You have turned the world into a courtroom where you are perpetually the defendant, begging for a verdict of good enough from a jury of people who are just as terrified and lost as you are. They do not know you. They do not care for your soul, and yet you have made their fleeting whims the compass of your life. Consider the absurdity of it. You spend your finite hours, your precious, unrenewable breath, trying to impress people who will be dead tomorrow and forgotten the day after. You are a ghost in waiting, performing for an audience of other ghosts. We treat our reputation as if it were a physical limb, something we must protect and polish. But your reputation does not live inside you. It lives in the minds of others, a chaotic, flickering landscape of half-formed thoughts and prejudices that you can never control. To seek validation is to try and build a house on a shifting sandbar during a hurricane. You are exhausting yourself trying to stabilize the ocean. The Stoics knew that the only thing that belongs to you, the only thing that cannot be taken, taxed, or denied is the sovereignty of your own judgment. But you have abdicated that throne. You have left the gates of your inner citadel wide open, allowing every passerby to track mud across the floors and dictate the temperature of your spirit. If someone insults your body, you are offended, but when they insult your character or withhold their praise, you crumble. You have given them the power to tell you who you are, and in doing so, you have forgotten how to see yourself without their mirrors. Stop asking for permission to exist. The market of public opinion is a place of noise and madness, where the currency is cheap and the goods are hollow. You trade your peace for a nod of approval, a transaction that leaves you bankrupt every single time. True self-mastery is the ability to sit in a room alone and feel no itch to be seen, no hunger to be mentioned, and no fear of being misunderstood. It is the realization that the you they see is merely a shadow cast by their own expectations, and a shadow has no substance. Why do you care if a blind man cannot see the sun? Why do you care if the ignorant cannot see your value? To be dependent on the well-done of the crowd is to be a beggar at a feast you yourself prepared. You are the host, the guest, and the meal. Yet you starve because you are waiting for a stranger to tell you it is time to eat. Peace is not found in the accumulation of accolades, but in the systematic shedding of the need for them. It is a process of subtraction. You must strip away the layers of performance until only the raw, unadorned core remains. This is the work of a lifetime, and it is the only work that matters. The Roman Emperor Marcus Aurelius sat in his tent at the edge of a crumbling empire and reminded himself that the praise of men is like the shifting of the sands that covers what was there before, only to be covered again by the next wind. He understood that his worth was a matter of his own integrity, not the roar of the forum. You must develop that same hardness of soul. You must become a mountain that does not move because a few birds have decided to fly away. When you finally stop looking for yourself in the eyes of others, the silence that follows can be terrifying. It is the silence of a man who has finally stopped running. But in that silence, you will hear the sound of your own voice for the first time. You will realize that you are not the character you have been playing. You are the one who watches the play. Genuine power is not the ability to command others, but the ability to remain unmoved by them. It is the quiet, steady fire of a mind that knows its own borders. You have been a guest in your own life, perpetually trying to make yourself small enough to fit into the rooms others have designed for you. It is time to reclaim the territory. It is time to realize that the door to your prison was never locked. You were simply too busy decorating the cell to notice. The verdict is this: You are the only person who can truly grant you the freedom you are searching for, and you are the only one who has been standing in your way.